All right, we are going to review your thesis statement from last week. If you are just joining us this week, if this is the first week that you have done any sort of work for distance learning, you are going to go back to Google Classroom and you're going to go to last week's work because that is where you learn how to write a thesis statement. That is going to help you do that. You can't really move on to this week's without accessing last week's. So last week's work, do that first, then join us here. Otherwise, this thesis statement might be kind of difficult for you. And if you're still really struggling, then email us, Ms. Rivas, Mr. Trejo, myself, email one of us and we'll help you. The brainstorm and outline paper that you have from last week. It's a lined piece of paper. That's where you wrote out the pros and cons for mercy killing. It's where we came up with the thesis statement. You should have your thesis statement written at the bottom of that. Your thesis statement should be exactly in this format. Your claim, which is mercy killing is or is not justified. That is your claim. It is not, I think mercy killing is justified. I think we should mercy kill. That's not what we're asking. We're going to make it third person, so we're not including ourselves in it. We're not including another person in it, like second person. We're doing third person. Mercy killing is or is not justified. Everybody needs to have this. Everyone. No exceptions. Mercy killing is or is not justified. No exceptions. Because, and then you should have 3 different reasons. If your reasons all sound the same, that doesn't make sense. If your reasons are all 5 lines long, then you're writing me a paragraph instead of a thesis statement. Make sure your thesis statement is 3 different reasons to support your claim that we're going to turn into body paragraphs. I want to go through really quickly. I'm going to put my students on blast a little bit. I love them to death because I had so many great answers, but I'm going to go through and kind of show you guys some of the issues I was seeing. There are no names attached to them, so don't worry. If you see yours, nobody knows it's yours except for you. So this response here, mercy killing is not justified because it is murder. Technology has advanced enough to keep people alive. And then there should be an and here. People can misuse it. Perfect. We've got our claim right here, which is mercy killing is not justified. And then we've got 3 different reasons. Reason 1, it is murder. Reason 2, technology has advanced enough to keep people alive. And reason 3, people can misuse it. Beautiful. Perfect thesis statement. Same here. It's justified because it takes away unnecessary pain. That's one reason. People have the right to decide for themselves. Second reason. And terminally ill patients are a stress on financial resources. Perfect. Let's move on. My thesis statement is about George and Lenny and how they make their life better. So I appreciate this person added in some of my cement things, but remember, we need that format. Look back to here. Mercy killing is or is not justified because 3 different reasons. That needs to be fixed. Euthanasia should be used for those terminally ill people because it will end their unbearable pain and suffering. 1 reason, it will let them die peacefully. 2 reasons, and lastly, it will allow them to escape their intolerable anguish. I think those are great 3 reasons, but we need to create our claim specifically about mercy killing. So make sure that that is changed. All right? I want to go over this one as well. Is mercy killing justified? In my opinion, it is justified. My first reason is this, and that is it relieves pain from the terminally ill patient. Euthanasia is an extension to people's rights. Healthcare is not a concern. This needs to be in 1 sentence. It needs to be shorter. Everybody needs to make their thesis statement look like this. If it doesn't, then we're going to have you guys fix it before you move on. So when you join our Google Meets, you're going to get asked to type in your thesis statement. Make sure that it's in this format so we don't have to contact you separately to have you edit and revise. So if you need to revise today, that's what you're going to do. That's all. That's all you need to do before the Google Meets. Make sure your thesis statement is solid. All right, email us on Monday if you have any questions because we start our Google Meets on Tuesday. All right? Remember again, email if there's questions.